Today's top story, the mystery virus. Here's what we know now. China says 26 people have now died from the coronavirus. The total number of confirmed cases in that country has risen to 830. At least 10 cities in China are under lockdown measures today, or about 40 million people. Authorities have canceled Lunar New Year events in many places, including Beijing. Meantime, South Korea and Japan have confirmed their second cases. As of now, the World Health Organization says the outbreak does not yet constitute a global public health emergency. Eunice Yoon joins us now live from Beijing with the latest. Eunice?
Thanks so much, Scott. Well, state media is now putting the total number of confirmed cases at 900, with 13 cities now under travel restrictions. There are signs, though, that local authorities are having trouble diagnosing the people because they don't have enough testing kits, according to local media, or medical workers trained to use them. So China has been investing a lot in its healthcare system over the past couple of years, but it still is a system that is run by the state and has a shortage of qualified workers as well as trained personnel. So Wuhan, which is at the epicenter of the outbreak, is a wealthy city, but not as wealthy as, say, Beijing or Shanghai. So that city is already at a disadvantage, as are several of the other ones that are clustered around Wuhan. Wuhan said that it's building now a 1,000-bed hospital in less than 12 days in order to try to ease the bed shortage. The hospitals have also been calling on the public to make donations for protective gear. They've been making that appeal themselves. Separately from that, several companies now are on high alert, including Disney, which shuttered its Shanghai park as of Saturday, or is going to shutter the park as of Saturday. Shanghai Disneyland is a popular tourist destination over the 7-day travel period for the Lunar New Year holiday. Authorities are trying, though, to encourage people to stay at home. And in fact, the propaganda ministry said that it is now coordinating companies in order to try to get TV companies to donate some of their series to the province of Hubei, as well as Wuhan, so that people can have something else to do at home that doesn't involve much travel.
Eunice, we've discussed this as the week has gone on, but can you gauge for us, particularly in a city like Beijing, which is quite some distance from Wuhan province, what the level of fear, what the level of panic is like, and how it has elevated, for example, over the last 24 hours?
Well, there's definitely a level of fear and concern. Even, I would say, on a personal note, just walking around Beijing, the ratio of people wearing masks is probably 1 in 2. Or so. And today, another personal story, my compound actually called me and is calling everybody within the place that I live to see whether or not anybody has actually traveled to Wuhan or to Hubei. So the authorities here are obviously taking things very, very seriously. They're worried about the spread. There's a lot of questions now. The state media has been quoting doctors as saying that a fever isn't necessarily the first sign of a problem, that it's working like a common cold. So you might not even have any symptoms and still be able to spread the coronavirus. So because of this level of concern and the mystery around the virus, there are several tactics and measures being taken in cities that have so far not been quarantined.
And Eunice, when it comes to those tactics and measures, when I read that cities are in lockdown, what exactly does that mean, and how effective is it? I mean, can people move from place to place if they try to evade whatever's been put in place?
Well, it depends on where. So right now, Wuhan is really under lockdown. The only way that you could get out is if you are in a private car and you drive it yourself out, or if you convince a taxi driver to take you. And then, so right now with Wuhan, it's very difficult to get out of the city. However, in some of the other 12 cities that have those suspended services, they for the most part, people can get out if they are using private cars or private means. So far, the suspension is for public transportation. So there's still ways that people could get out of those cities. But for the most part, the authorities in all of those cities are encouraging people to stay at home. And they just don't want to have the travel from all these people and the potential for spread of the virus.